Today we're riding first class on Switzerland's best train, complete with beautiful mountain views, a gourmet meal, and all that for almost half off, with a saving hack I'm excited to share with you. We are currently in St Moritz, where we are about to embark on one of the most beautiful train rides in the world. And also, as you can see, it has been snowing heavily in the past few days, so it will be a magical experience.
Honestly, looking around this place, it feels like a freaking movie. Like, this is so cool.
And this is an 8-hour train journey, and we have booked first class tickets, so I'm sure it will be very fun.
It's gonna be amazing. This is a dream.
I'm excited to see more of this.
Yes.
And one thing that makes this train special is the panoramic train cars, which means there are a lot of different windows so you can fully feel immersed in the landscape. And now let me give you a tour of the outside of the train. This is the front of the train. It's super cute and makes me happy. Here is the second class carriage. It only has 4-person seats, which is best if you're traveling with 3 other people. This is the bar car, where the delicious gourmet meal we will eat later is cooked directly on the train. Over here is the excellence class, which is a slightly fancier first class. We didn't think it was worth it, as the tickets are just crazy expensive, even with a hack we found to buy the tickets for cheap that I'll tell you about later. Now we're arriving to our carriage, first class. And we were so excited about coming on this adventure that we're here super early, so we have a bit of time before the train leaves. Here it's a 2-in-1 configuration, which is perfect if you're traveling only with one other person and want some privacy. The vibe feels really bright and airy, with a massive panoramic windows that make you feel like you're part of the landscape. And I love the little details like the branding here or the button to ask for drinks. You also have this screen that tells you where you are and the altitude. And you can place your coat and luggage in a designated area that feels super fancy.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our seats.
It is nice and comfy with plenty of legroom and a very comfy headrest. You also have a table on which your meal will be served, a little light, a trash can, and some storage space with a menu.
We're leaving.
And they didn't make any announcements or anything.
And the sun is just rising over there.
There's one thing I'm excited about, is for you to press on the little bell behind you to get us coffees.
You can do that? I feel like I'm pressing like a button you're not supposed to press. We got the coffee, Lucia.
So our journey can finally start. Wow, oh, that's super cool. One thing I really like is that we chose to do this journey in the snow, and it feels so good to be inside with a hot drink rather than outside right now.
Oh my gosh, this is so freaking epic. Like, okay, I have to ambition. Like, you look through the windows up there and you can see mountains. Best views ever on a train.
There's like no right or wrong way to sit in the train. Everything is so beautiful everywhere you look.
The Glacier Express is known as the slowest express train. So for example, right now we're making a stop, and all throughout these parts, we also make stops to pick more people up, but we are taking it the whole way.
And I'm not really sure that people even want to get off the train, because it's just so beautiful. As you've guessed, the point of the train is not to travel from point A to point B. The objective is to take in as much of the beautiful scenery as you can. The train actually slows down every time you pass through a viewpoint, so that you can enjoy the view of the Swiss Alps. It's more of a relaxing luxury experience and pure transportation. The whole 291-kilometer journey, aka 181 miles, takes about 8 hours, and we've booked it from St Moritz to Zermatt.
Honestly, when Lucille said she wanted to do this, the food was one of the top things that I wanted to experience here. You see, there's a 4-course meal that we're having later. It changes daily. And along with the menu, you're able to bring your own food. So we brought some cheese and bread. So they just put tiny tablecloths on our tables. You know the meal is fancy when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces of silverware, and they make your napkin into a little hat.
Oh my god.
They literally make it into a hat.
And they've also set the table hours before the food is actually meant to arrive, so that makes me very hungry. I can't wait.
Anticipation is literally killing me.
One thing I really like is the diversity of landscapes with passing by. Right now we have a massive river and we're going up in the mountains again. Second coffee of the day. I really love the service here. People are super nice, and I love how they constantly come and they can bring anything to your seat. So now we've been in the train for almost 3 hours, and I have to say I've not seen the time pass at all. And for lunch we have a 4-course meal, and the starter has just arrived with a beautiful tomato soup.
A little bit difficult to eat in a shaking train. Is it good? You know, sitting here with tomato soup, starting our 4-course meal with the beautiful view. It's honestly one of the coolest tables for lunch I've ever been at.
Wow, I'm just so happy to finally eat something. One cool thing about the food service is that everything is made in the train from Swiss products. I've just received my meal and it's leaning dangerously to the left as the train is leaning to. And here it shows a delicious looking dog. It's perfectly spicy and a bit warming, which is perfect for where we are right now.
Okay, thank you. Whoa. Thank you. Amazing. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, you make a volcano.
Yes.
I can't believe he actually made a volcano. The 4-course meal is cool, but the thing that I value, he made a volcano in the mashed potato. But on this plate we have some meatloaf, some mashed potatoes, and some vegetables. And everything is so warm, so delicious, so perfect for a train ride like this. So we have 1, 2, 3 cheeses. And what is this? It's like a nut bread here too. Also we have some stuff to eat the cheese with, like an apricot and a walnut. This is just so cool. Like, just look at this view. Best lunch ever.
And also they're bringing the courses very slowly, so you have plenty of time to enjoy the view and enjoy the food. The funny thing about the food and drink service is they serve so many different Swiss products you've never heard of before.
It's a typical Swiss alcohol, but probably one of the coolest ways of pouring I've ever seen too. Like, she went all the way up in a moving train. Then this is a big shot, man. It's a Swiss shot. Double shot in every other country. It was good.
Now we truly arrive in the glacier part of the Glacier Express. There is snow everywhere all around us and one long guy's snowshoeing. Feels pretty good to be in the train and not outside snowshoeing right now. Now we're going down again after having been at the highest point of our journey. We were at the overall pass, which is 2,044 meters high, aka 6,700. Just to show you how much snow there has been in the past few days, all these tiny mountain huts totally submerged by snow. As we go down, we are entering into a hiking/snowshoeing area. Now we have gone down to an area that is a bit lower in altitude and that is known for cross-country skiing. So there's a lot of people skiing all around us.
And for course number 4, we have a beautiful chocolate cake with fresh made whipped cream. And of course on the side we have one of those Swiss drinks of the Chur milk. What is Chur milk?
Chur milk is just milk from the city of Chur that we just passed a few hours ago.
I didn't know that.
And on my side I'm drinking herbal tea with herbs from the glacier. I was a bit afraid taking this train as I thought I was gonna get bored after 8 hours. Well, we are in our 6th hour and I'm still not bored of the view. Everything is constantly changing. There's so many new regions to discover. Also, having the food service at your table is super cool. Now we're in Breg and we're getting some work done as we're crossing a few cities before going back to the mountains in Zermatt. Let me share the best hack to get the tickets for cheap. So we got the ticket for 173 Swiss francs instead of 307 with a half-fare travel card which saved us 134 Swiss francs. It is a card you can buy for 120 Swiss francs to get half-price tickets on trains but also trams, public transport and even some ski gondolas. If you're traveling through Switzerland, it is totally worth it to get it, as you will save so much money. Last hour, we're going uphill towards Zermatt.
And what's really cool about this train is we've seen the sunrise and now the sunset.
Now we're arriving to Zermatt, which is a cute mountain town just like St Moritz. Wow, this 8-hour train ride was really cool.
It was like living a dream for 8 hours. The views were amazing. It was so cool to see all the snow everywhere. It literally felt like we were on the Polar Express.
So was it worth it to spend so much money on a train ticket? For me, 100%. If you're looking for a relaxing luxury experience where you can enjoy the views and delicious food, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Doing it in the winter snow made it even more special, as the Swiss landscapes were just so beautiful and I was so happy to discover them inside a warm train. Okay, that's all for me today. Bye for now.